Kakbhushundi arrived under the banyan tree, and he could feel the excitement and anticipation of the audience. Invoking Sri Ram mentally, he began his story. The much-awaited day for the breaking of Lord Shiva's bow had finally arrived. A huge crowd gathered at the pavilion where the bow was kept. Raja Janak, his guru Rishi Shatananda, his queen Sunaina Devi, and other dignitaries of the court were all present. The king's minstrels announced that whoever broke the bow would immediately be garlanded by Sita, who was present there with her companions. In the past, many mighty warriors, including Ravan, had come to try their luck with the bow. When they set eyes on its huge size, they quickly slipped away without even attempting to lift it. It was simply too daunting. Now another hopeful group had gathered to try their luck. One after another, the various suitors came forward and tried to lift the bow, but they couldn't even move it an inch. Then a whole group of kings got up together and tried to lift it collectively, but they too had no luck. When everyone had tried and failed, Guru Vashisht asked Ram to get up and break the bow. There was silence as everyone watched with bated breath. Ram got up calmly and first prostrated to the feet of his Guru. He felt neither elation nor anxiety. Slowly and calmly he walked towards the bow. Raja Janak could hardly breathe. Queen Sunaina's heart was pounding away, for she had taken a great liking to Ram the moment she had set eyes on him. As for Sita, she closed her eyes and prayed fervently to Lord Shiva and Parvati Devi for the bow to be made lighter so that Ram would be able to lift it. Ram reached the bow and looked at it intently. He realized that everyone had become still as a picture and that all eyes were on him. He first looked at Sita, then mentally prostrating to his Guru, he quickly and effortlessly lifted the bow as though it was a mere lotus stem. Even as everyone watched astounded, there was a sudden flash of lightning, and the most deafening sound was heard. The earth shook violently. Animals were knocked off their feet, and birds fell from their perches. All those present in the pavilion were shaken, and they closed their eyes and ears in fright. When calm eventually returned and people opened their eyes, they saw Ram standing with a broken bow, one piece in each hand. He had not only lifted it, but he had broken it in two. And now he laid both pieces on the ground as though that was all there was to it. Immediately there was loud cheering in the hall. People could hardly believe what had happened. Raja Janak and his queen were ecstatic. Sita's eyes filled with tears of happiness, and there was much rejoicing. Everyone present, however, did not feel this way. Some of the kings were very angry and resentful. Others were bitterly disappointed. They were unwilling to accept defeat. But what could they do? It had all taken place before their eyes. Sita was now brought forth to garland Ram. Music began to play, and the devtas from above showered flowers and blessings. Kakpushundi's audience also broke out in celebration. The birds hopped about in glee, flapping their wings in jubilation. There were shrieks and squawks of joy, hoots and honks of exuberance. The happiness of Raja Janak and his court was most infectious. Then Kakbhushundi asked a very important question. What does the marriage between Ram and Sita really signify? He asked. The flapping of wings and hopping around stopped immediately. This seemed a particularly difficult question to answer. Sri Ram, explained Kakbhushundi, is Parabrahma Paramatma, or the Supreme Lord, and Sita is his Adi Shakti, his divine creative power. So this is the marriage of Brahman and Shakti. The second spiritual significance is that Sri Ram is the personification of Jnana or knowledge and Sita that of Bhakti. Hence, it is a marriage of Jnana and Bhakti. The two are essential for us. Knowledge, when enriched by devotion, gains depth and beauty. Third, Ram represents Anand or bliss, while Sita represents Shanti or peace. Bliss and peace always go together because it is only in a blissful state that total peace is experienced. And who can experience such peace and bliss? Only a pure mind, a mind free from the impurities of desire, anger, greed, and so on. Then Kakbhushundi asked another question, wanting everyone to reflect even more deeply. What does breaking the bow really signify? He asked. Again, there was silence. Breaking the bow, said Kakbhushundi, means breaking away from our lower petty nature. Numerous kings could not break the bow because they were greedy, arrogant, and selfish. They only wanted power for pleasure. They had no reverence for other beings, and they lacked devotion to the Guru, who guides us on the noble path. Kakbhushundi looked at his audience and felt they were all so blessed. The banyan tree under which they were seated was the symbol of Shraddha, of faith, and all the birds present were rich in faith. They also had deep devotion. That is what brought them every evening to listen to this story day after day, month after month, year after year. They were thus fully qualified to understand the deeper meaning of the story. In other words, the story of Bhagwan should be told and listened to in an atmosphere of faith and devotion. Without that, we will not get the life-transforming message embedded in the story. Faith means giving up all pride and listening with humility. With these profound words, Kakbhushundi concluded the evening storytelling session. The birds prostrated to him with deep gratitude and devotion before flying off for the night.